Hello students of grade 11, welcome to our examination questions and answers segment. Today's focus is Principles of Business Paper 1. We will be attempting 30 multiple choice questions. Our session objectives for today are to review examination questions and to provide suitable responses to questions asked. Let us begin. Number 1. Which of the following types of business environment is most typical of the Commonwealth Caribbean? A. Corporate state. B. Centrally planned. C. Mixed economy. Or D. Perfectly competitive. If you've indicated C, that is correct, the mixed economy. Next, private enterprise is run mainly to, note the word mainly, to A. Create profits, B. Reduce inflation, C. Distribute goods and services, D. Provide jobs for more people. If you've indicated create profits, that is correct. A. Create profits. The term division of labor can be defined as A. Organization of tasks in production, B. Employment of different types of workers, C. Separation of tasks to complete a job, and D. Assembling of goods for distribution. If you said C, that is correct. Separation of tasks to complete a job. Remember, the term asks for division of labor, and the word separation there give the answer away. Next, labor is best defined as A. Level of skills training received by individuals who are working. B. Physical and mental capabilities used to perform tasks. C. total number of persons who hold jobs in government ministries, and D, ability to carry out management functions effectively. If you indicated B, that is correct. Labor is best defined as the physical and mental capabilities used to perform tasks. A major function of the public sector is to serve the interests of the shareholders, B, make a profit, C, inspire competition among businesses, D, serve the entire population. Remember, the question asks major function and public sector. If your answer was B, that is correct. The major function of the public sector is to make a profit. Under which of the following categories would subsidized meals for employees fall? A, duty allowance, B, wages and salaries, C, fringe benefits, D, workmen's compensation. If your answer is C, that is correct. Fringe benefits. Management Information System, known as MIS, is defined as the A, management process responsible for identifying, anticipating, and satisfying consumer requirements at a profit. B, use of computer technology to gather information for use in making decisions within an organization. C, technological benefits gained by an organization for being part of a well-organized industry. And D, use of various factors within a business to reduce costs and increase profits. If your answer was B, that is correct. Use of computer technology to gather information for use in making decisions within an organization. Next, the condensed version of the business plan is contained in A. Marketing plan, B. Feasibility plan, C. Executive summary, and D. Keynote summary. If you said C, that is correct. The executive summary. It is this summary that you can take to the bank and request a loan or pitch an idea and have potential shareholders or investors buy in to the plan for your business. Which of the following individuals benefit from having limited liability status? I'll read that question again. Which of the following individuals benefits from having limited liability status? A. Franchisees, B. Ordinary partners, C. Shareholders, D. Debenture holders. If you indicated C, that is correct. Shareholders. Next question. Which of the following is not an example of collateral? The keynote there, not an example of collateral. A. Bond, B. Stock, C. Money order, D. Property. If your answer was C, that is correct. Money order. Money order is not an example of collateral. All the others can be taken to the bank and be exchanged for monies. A contract may be discharged by A. Inconsideration, B. Change of mind, C. Misappropriation, D. Breached. Before attempting this question, you must know what the word discharge means. And if you've indicated D as your answer, that is correct. A contract is discharged when there is a breach in contractual agreements. Which of the following industries does a firm involved in food processing belong? Which of the following industries does a firm involved in food processing belong? A. Services. B. Manufacturing. C. Extraction. D. Constructive. If you indicated manufacturing, which is B, that is correct. Monthly insurance payments made to an insurance company by a policyholder are known as A. Premiums, B. Deposits, C. Endowments, D. Installments. Remember, the monthly payments are paid to an insurance company. Look at each option carefully and note what each represents. If your answer was A, that is correct. The term premium is often used when dealing with insurance policies. Yes, monthly payments made by an insurance holder to an insurance company is known as a premium. In a Caribbean territory, there is only one supplier that provides telephone services to all homes, businesses, and communities. What market structure does this best illustrate? A. Oligopoly. B. Monopoly. C. Duopoly. D. Perfect competition. If you said B, which is monopoly, that is correct. Remember that any supplier that is the only one serving all persons, businesses, or communities functions within a monopoly. That company holds the entire process together or holds all advantages and rights to the services that they are offering. Which of the following terms describe a market consisting of a large number of producers and consumers? The key word there is large number. A. Oligopoly. B. Monopoly, C. Imperfect market, and D. Perfect market. If you said D, the perfect market, that is correct. Again, a large number of producers and consumers function within the perfect competition market style of setup. Therefore, buyers and sellers have a number of options to choose from in order to get their daily marketing competitiveness conducted. Hence, the reason a perfect market competition would apply to this question. Investment can be defined as A. The stock of goods in a country, B. The amount of money available at a given time, C. Additions to the capital stock of a country, D. The amount of capital owned by the government. If you indicated C, that is correct. Additions to the capital stock of a country. Remember, the term there is investment. Susan invests her savings by purchasing shares in a company. From this investment, Susan expects to receive A. Profits, B. Interest, C. Dividends, D. Revenue. If you indicated C, that is correct. Her investment into the company means she's investing into company shares. Therefore, the returns Susan will be receiving would be dividends. She will not be receiving profits, she will not be receiving interest, neither will she be receiving revenue. Which of the following forms of taxation can be classified as direct? Which of the following terms of taxation can be classified as direct? A. Income tax, B. Excise duty, C. Purchase tax, and D. Custom duty. If you've indicated A, that is correct. Income tax. All those who work know what this is. It is a direct taxation on the gross salary that one receives. Governments can influence business activity positively by reducing A. Grants, B. Subsidies, C. Taxes, D. Expenditure, E. All of the above. Yes, if you've indicated C, that is correct. Taxes. Governments can influence business activity by lowering taxes. We've all for some time cried out about how taxes are high. And if government reduces those taxes, of course, business activity will positively impact all of us. The purpose of CARICOM is to A. Allow member states to collaborate. B. Encourage the transfer of technology within the region. C. Allow unrestricted movement of persons among the territories. And D. Foster interregional trade and common services. If you've indicated any other option other than D, those are incorrect. D is the correct answer. While the others must have sounded really nice, the purpose of CARICOM is to foster interregional trade and to ensure common services are conducted. Buying and selling goods and services among countries is called. Note, buying and selling goods and services among countries is called A. Balance of trade, B. International trade, C. Balance of payment, and D. International marketing. If your answer is B, that is correct. International trade. They are buying and selling goods and services among countries. Export licenses are issued mainly to encourage local businesses to produce more goods for export. B. Indicate to the importing country the selling price of goods. C. Indicate to importing countries that the goods are of high standard. And D. Enable governments to control the flow of goods being exported. If you said A, that is correct. Encourage local businesses to produce more goods for export. Which of the following terms defines a continuous rise in the general level of prices? Which of the following terms defines a continuous rise in the general level of prices? A, reflection. B, inflation. C, deflation. And D, depression. If you've indicated inflation, that is correct. Which of the following is not a benefit of industrialization? A, reduction in the level of imports. B, increase in the level of exports. C, decrease in the unemployment rate. And D, an increase in the unemployment rate. Which of the following is not a benefit of industrialization? If you've indicated D, that is correct, an increase in the unemployment rate. What impact would the introduction of mechanization in the production process have on a society? A, reduction in jobs for unskilled workers. B, increased brain drain in the economy. C, reduction in the population of the country's cities. D, provision of more jobs for unskilled workers. If you've indicated A, that is correct. Mechanization will definitely impact the reduction in jobs for unskilled workers. Which of the following industries does a firm involved in gold and bauxite processing belong? Which of the following industries does a firm involved in gold and bauxite processing belong? A, service. B, constructive. C, extractive. D, manufacturing. If you indicated C, that is correct. Extractive. Which of the following organizations would settle a dispute among rice-producing countries of the Caribbean and Central America over preferential agreement with EU? A, the World Trade Organization. B, Caribbean Development Bank. C, CARICOM Single Market and Economy. D, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. If you've indicated any other response other than A, those are incorrect. The World Trade Organization will settle a dispute among the rice-producing countries of the Caribbean and Central America over preferential agreement. Let us now turn our attention over to the diagram before you. Let us study this diagram very carefully, then answer the questions that follow. If you've noted, the CEO is reporting to someone or some group of people. On another level, they are managers with one slot missing, and the levels that comes thereafter are the supervisory levels. Now let us look at the questions that follow. The purchasing supervisor reports directly to A, the supervisor, B, the HR supervisor, C, the finance manager, and D, the production manager. If you indicated C, that is correct. The purchasing supervisor is reporting to the finance manager. The organizational structure may be best described as A, functional, B, metric, C, divisional, or D, flat organizational structure. If you've indicated A, functional, that is correct. The structure did demonstrate that each level within the organization performs various functions. For example, the sales manager, production manager, and finance manager are all functioning at the managerial level, followed by the HR supervisor and purchasing supervisor, who are also functioning at the supervisory level. Now, the CEO is also functioning at another level, and the X suggesting that there are more persons at the top, they are also functioning at a level. Hence, the response or the answer would be functional. Which of the following positions would be best suited at X? Which of the following positions would be best suited at X? A, Chief Advisor. B, Managing Director. C, Board of Directors. And D, Human Resource Management. If you've indicated C, that is correct. Board of Directors. The CEO must be reporting to the higher body, which is considered in organizations as these as Board of Directors. Students, these are your 30 multiple choice questions for today. My name is Ms. Nisha Bamfield. I am sure that after completing these questions and knowing their answers, you are more than prepared to answer your questions come examination day. Thank you for having me. My name is Ms. Nisha Bamfield. It was nice doing this session with you today.